Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another episode of Paranormasight. Last time, started a game over here as Shoko Okie, a kid in his 20s-ish, right? That's, I think we are. Somewhere around there, whose friend Yoko Fukunaga here drag him out here to check out something called the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. And now she implied that we have some sort of paranormal power because we can see her, and I have no idea what that means. I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it, unless... No, it can't be. Wait. You're kidding, right? About what? I mean, just now. It kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you. Of course that was a joke, duh. Don't you really think... you don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp, seriously. It's a spirit, it's a different type of spirit. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with the Seven Mysteries of Honjo business. Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure, I could handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Weird stuff? Yeah, like things you could see, but could never understand. You can't be serious. Telephone booths are all over town. About alcohol. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do. You can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful. So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt they exist? That's right, the spirit world is all about the mind and soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment thinking they might see something, and then they really do, because they believe they would. Is that how that works? Yep, just like drinking. You never know how much booze you can handle until you're ready to down some shots. I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing. You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth. You know, one thing we didn't look at last time, actually. No, not persons from the files. The other Seven Mysteries of Honjo. The Fool's Procession, a mysterious tale regaling an encounter had by a daimyo at his residence at Honjo's Ushijima, now Komagata High School. When walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, much like that of a kagura performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one neared the Warigasui Canal. The source of the sound was never located. This story is also known as the Procession of the Tanuki, as many were of the belief that it must have been these mischievous tricksters behind it all. An enduring superstition, the beckoning light. While walking along near the road near Haonji at night, one might spot a hazy lantern light up ahead, despite there being no one around. Following it will cause it to go out suddenly when getting near, but just when one fears the darkness might swallow them up, another light will appear further ahead as if guiding the one who sees it. Some say the flame is benevolent, leading people to their homes, while others believe it's a monster leading people astray. Some even believe it's the vengeful spirit of someone that died, luring the lost to the land of the dead. The Haunting Clappers. As the evening bell rings in Iriecho, near present-day Shumoku Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers again. Clack, clack. The echo answers again. But no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who had lost their life in a terrible fire. The Evergreen Beach. Once upon a time in North Ukurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the Beech Residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green tree, it became known as the evergreen beech. However, this particular species of tree was actually an evergreen, so the lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. This has led people to say that the strangest part of this legend is the fact that it even became a legend at all. The Taiko of Tsugaru. There once was a daimyo from the Hirosaki domain in Tsugaru who built a residence in Midoricho on a large piece of land. On this estate was an almost 8-meter tall tower that served as a lookout for fires. Only a designated firefighter was allowed to use the large drum that resided atop the tower in the event of a fire. While most towers use wooden blocks to sound the fire alarm, for some reason this residence was permitted to use drums. The residence and its special privileges led to much speculation and gossip among the townsfolk. The Foot-Washing Mansion. This is the story of something that occurred in the dead of night in a residence of Migasacho, modern-day South Waragasui Street in Kamizawa. A foul-smelling wind rattled the house. Suddenly, a giant foot, drenched in blood, smashed through the ceiling. "Wash!" it commanded. After the servants carefully washed the foot, it returned from whence it came, fixing the roof it had broken. A man who had been visited by the foot every night asked a friend to trade houses with him. That night, the foot stopped appearing. The One-Sided Reed. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomizo who fell for a woman named Okuma. Tomizo persistently chased after Okuma, attempting to win her heart over and over again, but she rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomizo brought a dagger to a canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okuma. He cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along that canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. The Ever-Burning Lantern. On a bone-chilling winter's night, one may happen upon a soba cart along the canal known as South Waragasui. But there is something strange about this cart. No matter when one might visit, its owner is nowhere to be found. Yet the lantern that hangs from it stays perpetually lit, burning brightly even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. However, there is also the tale of the Never-Burning Lantern, another telling of the story in which the soba cart's lantern always remains dark, refusing to be lit. If you could believe that, there might be hope for you yet. You can't be serious. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink, like, real alcohol, I mean? Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up. I see, if you really want to know. I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow Mule. Really now? Yeah, I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it though. Why don't we go for a drink sometime then? Oh, are you asking me out? Ah, so you were after something else. No, that's not what I meant. Just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries. Alright, then let's get to work. About the 7 mysteries. I just remembered I actually did some research on the 7 mysteries of Hanjo at the library. You did? What did you find? Well, I discovered a few interesting things. Tell me everything! 7 mysteries? Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years. That's more extra stories than the main ones. Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15. That kind of sounds like that's why they named it that game, the game that way. If you say so. But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember. Huh, that's a good point. What about the 7 mysteries of Hanjo caught your attention? Are these really ghost stories? So, I read some of the stories and none of them were, well, scary. I thought these were supposed to be ghost stories. Yeah, the scariest one was the guy cutting the woman's arm and leg off, and that's it. That's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Yeah, like the ones supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice calling out, saying, "Leave it!" Then they had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it. Right. Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park? Not quite. We're talking about a folktale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story? So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know. Exactly, I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious? About what? People from around here have the expression left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind. Now that you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned? That's what I'm trying to find out. Ah, gotcha. About the Rite of Resurrection. Oh, by the way, were we talking about the Rite of Resurrection? Oh, your memory's as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh? So you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it. Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know, it seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So, the Rite of Resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it that an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by local historian Hideki Ariyashi at an academic conference. You sure know a lot about this stuff. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. I kinda got that. Oh. But if a researcher spoke about an academic conference, it must have some basis, in fact. Exactly, that's why I believe the Rite of Resurrection is real. Now I'm starting to believe it too. Good, the pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Ariyashi himself. Huh. Okay. Rite of Resurrection. As indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. This forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by the once famous onmyoji. Local researcher Hideki Ariyashi recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on an academic conference, sending ripples through the field of occult studies. Wait, hang on, I got another question. Huh? You mentioned the Rite of Resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Hanjo? Oh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around. What do you mean? Well, I started off searching for the Rite of Resurrection, but along the way I realized I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Hanjo first. I see. So then, why are you looking for the Rite? If you're looking for a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry. Sorry. No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. Huh? It's Ogopogo. Ogopogo? Yeah, I want to bring Ogopogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogopogo died? Oh, right. Ogopogo's my dog. I had him for 8 years. Ah, okay, your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard on you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the Rite even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about. But you know what? All that led me to meeting you. So at least something good came of it. Although that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously. Yoko, I'll do everything I can to help you. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep the hard work then, yeah? So what's that got to do with the 7 mysteries? About the connection between this Rite and the 7 mysteries. Putting together everything we talked about. My guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the Rite of Resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right? Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant. Wait, since when was I your assistant? Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but some say that what led to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the Rite of Resurrection itself. Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the Rite of Resurrection was supposed to be way older than that. Right, seems that an Onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. The old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the Rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh right, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called the Record of Fates. Whoa, what a name. And it speculates that the secret of the Rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So now the 7 mysteries are the hot new trend. Among who? You know, this whole thing is starting to sound pretty questionable. Oh, come on. Remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown? Starts with belief, right? Okay. Old manuscript from the Edo period. Yeah, we read that already. Whoa! What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yoko, are you alright? What's wrong? Stay with me. No, this can't be. No. You. Why? Yoko! Yoko! What's going on? I don't see anything. Yoko's pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Still, she seems really spooked. I doubt she's making this up. Damn it, did I miss it? Has to be something strange around here. I should keep looking around. I don't see anything I should be frightened of. Push? Left trigger? I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? Huh? Huh? What the? What is... Something's... What is it? Why is this happening?